me, Barney Will Smith, live in the Bin Library. And today, it's Tuesday. It's Christmas Adam / Christmas Eve. And it's Limbus Day, like every Tuesday, except for the Tuesdays in most of November. We don't count those. Hello everyone, hello Rahel, hello Xnam, hello Novel Size Phantom, hello Nimby, hello The Hobbit Gamer, welcome. It's always fine. It's always fine. Everything is fine. Are we all ready? Christmas Eve? Ah, that's a cute one. I like that. Christmas Eve. Christmas Adam. Christmas Eve is really. I'm very excited. I had my last work day today before Christmas. It's all done. It's good shit. Christmas Vaporeon. That's my favorite's Jolteon, so I would like it to be Christmas Jolteon. Thank you very much. Even though no, wait. I have two different kinds of favorite evolution because there's the evolution I'd like to own the most. It's different from the evolution I like the most. I like Jolteon because Jolteon's cool, but I would like to own a Flareon because it's fluffy and warm. Differences. Hello Scott Savion, welcome. Let's go. Save Heathcliff and Dawn to find the pair and Crayon. Let's not forget about Crayon, shall we? The very important character Crayon. The tiny white-haired child Crayon. Oh no. We cannot find them. We cannot deploy them. It's fine. It's Heisho and Capo time.
내 명을 들은 시비수 결집이다.
Yeah, probably. I am a snail.
잘해낼 거야.
We would have been further if I hadn't taken my break, but I needed my break. And also we got the Christmas Canto on Christmas. Christmas Intervallo on Christmas. So, as far as I'm concerned, my pace is perfect. We're on the theme! And it's great. Look at all my ninjas. / samurai / they're ninjas really, aren't they? Because they're like shishashins and shit. I don't know. I suppose I'll learn about the Heisho when I get there. I did see the trailer for...
저 해충들을 도려내라. 쪽방향이 아닐 텐데. 사요. 길을 열어.
정상적인 공격이야. 잘했어.
For the latest Kanto, for Ryoshu's. And it's very exciting. And is that Roland in it? I mean, it's gotta be, right? It looks like Roland, it talks like Roland. Very. If you get there in this timeline, I will! I will hit my head against a battle for multiple streams until I get there. I will learn skills and get meta units and make them carry me. I think more appropriately in this life. I'll do it, Hervicina. You meanie. I'll do it. I'll show you. Should we set a goal for next year where I need to be? So we're going into Kanto 6. So to be fair, I've done 5 Kantos in less than a year. I think that's pretty good. Admittedly, some of them are a lot easier, but... Hello, Gaming also welcome! Funny enough, there is a boss in Kanto 5 that can hard counter the Heishos! No! I'm gonna have to go hard into whatever the next sort of lot is then. It's gonna be burn teams, isn't it? Burn. Kanto 7 by next December. That's very reasonable, normal size Phantom. Very, very reasonable. I've already
너희들도
done
고생
so many.
많았어.
Although, like I said, admittedly, Kanto 4, the roadblocks weren't very high because of the meta
또 한
units.
줄.
Kanto 5 had Ricardo, but I even got through him in 2 streams.
세월이 지나면
So it wasn't too
홍어는
bad.
그제야
And
알게
the
되겠지.
quintet, so
이
the
홍어가
roadblocks have only cost me like 1 stream
바꿔 치르.
so far. I think next Kanto is going to be the
만곡된 직선을 직선으로 질주하겠어.
thing. Assuming you don't farm, so Kanto 5 could potentially slow you down.
이 자리에 서 있게
I've done
해달라고
Kanto
바란 적은
5.
없었어요.
Kanto 6 might potentially slow me down because I don't farm. I do farm. I was farming a little bit. My motivation to farm has like disappeared after completing the battle pass. When there's a new battle pass, I will suddenly have motivation to farm again, so I will do that. Fat fingers, no problemo.
죄송합니다.
Yes, you meant Kanto 6, but yeah, and like we're not that far from a new
또
season.
대단한 일이라도 하신 거예요.
Once the new season starts, I'll probably get back into farming again.
네,
Because I want that
잘
sweet,
들어갔네요.
sweet battle pass
크게
nonsense.
의미 있는 성과는 아니지만 일기당천.
Help! Stream is going well. We're beating up some gnomes. Homicidal gnomes who want to
이것밖에 못해.
make people into Christmas presents.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
I'm going into next season with about 4k yellow boxes. I'm basically set for thread
상황이
2.
유리해졌네요.
Damn, bro.
이렇게 할 수 있으면
Maybe that should be my New Year's resolution that I have to farm at least once a week. I have to do my mirror dungeon.
정상적인 반격이야. 잘했어.
사요.
Because I just can't farm once a day. I think one of the problems is that I play on my PC, and I'm not on my PC every day. So some days I'm just not there.
넌
You have to get boxes and shards to get halved. Anya,
넌 푸름을 틔울
is that
수도
like
없겠구나.
between?
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
좀 투성이네.
Between thingamajigs. Your half of your
사실은 그렇게
shards get
대단한
halved.
일도
얻어볼
아니에요.
텐가.
That's poo.
혹시
But
칭찬을
hey-ho.
받았다면 엔젤라님이나 마이코트를 부르는 편이 나았을
But
거예요.
I'm excited for you
제가
since I got
아니라
everything from this one. Technically, I just maxed out the battle pass on week 1. Then I lazy farm the mirror dungeon for about a month or 2 before I go back to times 3 normals a day.
이제야 회사가
Between
정상으로
seasons, your
돌아갔네.
boxes and shards
이번
get
제압은
halved.
끝이야.
너희들도
But
고생
is
많았어.
converted into thread.
찌삐리찌.
Oh, okay.
너도.
That's not too bad. At least you still like get
언젠가 우리도
something out of it.
모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네.
Even if they're like, no, you
그때가
can't just go
되면
buy all the
휴식을
things.
또 한 줄 키를 담겼군.
No, I'm just gonna have a quick look at the dispenser. Because obviously this is gonna be unavailable afterwards. So I just wanted to... Because like... This might be a reason to get ego shards. Floofy Dawn. W Corp Heathcliff. And then this one's gonna come up, so I could get some more things. Hey, look, we could get some more Hey Show in this one. We could get Hey Shows more. Yay! Yeah, look forward to that. Got me distracted on an ID wish list.
내 명을 들은 시비수와 결집이다.
나와서
파도르
보니까
파도르.
뭔가 여긴
So now I've had some time to look around here.
공장 가꾸려
This facility seems to
선물을
be a
만드는
gift
것인가?
factory.
아, 이런
I
식으로 선물
see.
자체를
So there are
만들어내는
factories
공장도
like these
있었나
that
보군요.
produce gifts. Christmas ID list. Yes! Santa! May I have these IDs for Christmas? Why you guys have all those boxes for Christmas? All the presents of shards. Shards on shards on shards on shards.
크리스마스 장식도 한가득이네요.
Christmas decorations everywhere. Yeah, Sinclair's got Christmas trauma. I
아직 크리스마스 때까지는
There's still some
시간이
time
좀
until Christmas,
남았는데.
though. Yeah, there's 2 days. Sinclair looked at the ground with a somber expression. Hello, Foxy King, welcome. I didn't need to ask to know how he was feeling. Poor guy. Christmas PTSD. Yes. Sinclair and many people, I imagine, but for various reasons.
괴물끼리 크리스마스 선물이라도 나누는 걸까요?
I wonder if monsters exchange gifts with each other.
그렇게 친절해 보이지는
It
않았는데
didn't seem
말이지.
to like the most. Didn't seem like the most hospitable sort. Knowing you're a cute CEO, we might get a random drop of lunacy for the season. Oh, that would be nice. We love our cute CEO.
도시
cute
어딘가의
CEO
날개에서
VTuber.
외곽에 있는 공장에 하청을
Especially
맡겼을
if you're the
가능성도
one
있다.
cooking for the. I am cooking, actually. I might not be cooking on Christmas Day, but I am cooking on Boxing Day for my fiance and his mum. And I've done this for a couple years now. I can somewhat put together a Christmas dinner now. We get there. There is a possibility that they may be contractors to one of the wings in the city. I wanted to say no chance, but the city and the wings that we've experienced so far were, yeah, I can see that. So emphasis on the sun. I get that pretty good, thank you. My roast taters, I think, are pretty good. My roast beef, I'm getting there. I think it's getting better every year. Gnomes in the outskirts taking our jobs. Well, you had this big crying eyeball that took all the doctors' jobs too. Yeah, there was a non-zero chance of that being the case. They're just converting people into random stuff. Oh, crazy. Roast taters, ain't that fitting considering. Eat the potato man. That is true! I'm the potato queen! At being a potato and making potatoes.
아닐 텐데.
Maybe not making potatoes. I don't farm potatoes. Cooking potatoes, not making potatoes. That's different. That's nature's job. I ain't nature. That's
디페리트. 당연한 걸 한 것 가지고
또
굳이
대단한
칭찬할
일이라도
필요가
하신
없어.
거죠?
어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
I got my Secret Santa gift from work. I haven't opened it yet. Open it at Christmas, but I'm excited to see it. I think I know who got me. There was a funny debacle with the Christmas Secret Santa because we did it through a website. Because not all of us are in at the same time. And crochet brightable, roastable. No. Crochet potatoes are not roastable. And then there's one older lady who's like, I hate technology, I don't know how it works. So we had to like, the person who organized it put a friend in the Christmas list and pretended to be that person so that they, and then got their friend to send them who they got so they could show them. It was very silly. And then there was one person who wanted to like join in last minute, so they had to rearrange it again. But we all got there eventually, so that's nice. And Secret Santa has been a success this year. But 2 people didn't even know what Secret Santa was, so we had to explain it to them. And that was how we got one of the last minute entrants, because he was like, I have no idea what this is. And then we explained it. And then we had another person, and it's nice. And I hope I get good things. I'm excited. My fiance spoiled me. I have made him a thing.
이 관찰 기록에 있는 내용대로만
He's got him both 3 things. And how
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어. 불가
he always buys me too many things.
막아내지 못하리.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도
I need
없겠고.
to read for him.
이제야
I did get
회사가
him treats
정상으로
today. One good thing
돌아갔네.
about working
이번
at
제압은 끝이야.
a bakery
너희들도
now
고생
is
많았어.
I get
티켓
treats.
너도.
There are some things that are gonna go off or won't be eligible to be sold after the day, and I'm just like, Can I take that home? Can I take that home? Can I take that home? I'm eating so much more now. By the way, I've gotten some victims for my compiled mod list for Runa. What is it? Funny horror stories? Yes, gimme. After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, we soon realized that the gifts the conveyor belt were moving weren't your average gifts.
발인가?
Is
발이
that
그려져
a
있는
foot?
표지판은 왜 저기에 붙어 있는 거야?
Is that a sign with the drawing of a foot? What's that doing here?
이쪽은 눈알이 그려져 있어.
This one is adorned with a depiction of an eyeball.
이 선물들의 성분은 통상적인
I heard that he
기물체를
got you a
구성하는
mug.
제품이 아닌 것으로 추측됩니다.
Sounds like a rubbish Christmas present. Also, congrats on the free big goodies. Yes, it's wonderful. And terrible. It's terrible for my week. And then I'm at work, and then they're like, hey. My manager today, it was really quiet, and he was like, so we have some like stuff we cook off, which is like mozzarella balls. And he was like, hey, I'm gonna cook. I'm kind of peckish. I'm just gonna cook some to eat. Do you want some? I was like, sure, why not? I just keep getting fed. I'm fed well. I had a bacon bath as well because there was a guy who went to buy a bacon bath and he tried to pay for it and his card declined and he was like, I'm just gonna go get my other card from the van. And then he came back and he was like, sorry, my card wasn't actually there and I can't pay for it. So then there was just this bacon bath sat there and it was like, well, if I don't eat it, it's going in the bin. Normally what we do is we'd like offer it to basically the next person in the line, say, do you want this? Normally they say yes, but there wasn't anyone else in the line. So I had to eat it, you know, to avoid wastage. It was very important. Go to therapy, have fun with the boys, and Merry Christmas if I don't see you. I thought you were telling me to go to therapy for a minute there, but thank you, Oversized Phantom. Have a good therapy and have a good Christmas. Context: Temeri fight, first attempt. Both Temeri and a couple of residents got laughing powder. Token of friendship and spores. Player was being roasted to death because they can't kill the enemy. LOL, that's so funny. The gifts appear to be made from materials that do not normally go into building these items.
형태는 곰인형, 크레파스,
Their shapes are of teddy bears, crayon boxes, toy trays,
단백질과 인의 함유율이 유독
but they
높습니다.
have an abnormally high concentration of protein and
꼬마
phosphorus.
전구나 장식
However,
소품들은
the
그렇지 않은 걸 보아
decorations and lights are
이건
made of proper
도시의
materials.
쓰레기들을 주워
They
걸어둔
must
것 같네요.
have salvaged wastes expelled from the city.
뻔하지.
It's obviously GMFH.
사람으로 만든
Gifts made from humans. Thank you, Sinclair.
뭐든지 사람을 갖고 해결하는 건
Temeri
외가
fight
보는
attempt 2.
똑같네.
Killed Temeri. One random resident proceeded to roll Wrath, which was modified. And the holder proceeded to spam the embodiments of evil mass attack repeatedly. I had to eat it. It was a terrible, horrible thing. But someone had to do it. Had to take the sacrifice and devour it. This perfect good food. Correct. Correct. A spare bacon baguette. Yeah, bacon bap. Not baguette. Bap. Roll. Balm. What other words do we hear for batch? Batch is another word. Depends on what part of England you're from. More stuff made from human sacrifice. Guess the outskirts isn't so different from the city, huh?
중요한 건
What's
누구를
really
위한
concerning
선물인가
is who these
겠지만요.
gifts are for. Bread cake, cob, bun. Yeah.
누가 이런 걸 받고 싶어
Who in their
하겠어요?
right mind would want anything like these? It is confusing in the morning because we have like sausage, bacon, egg, and all that sort of stuff up. When people say I want a sausage roll, I don't know if they mean the pastry or a sausage in a bun because that could be anything either. Who in their right mind would want anything like these?
모르지. 부자놈들은
Who
은근히 이런 변태 같은
knows?
취향을
Rich
가진 놈들이
folks
있기
with screwed up
마련이거든.
perversions. Maybe that's who they're for.
그런데 말이죠.
Yes, rich person, please give us your advice. So...
사람으로 선물을 만드는 거라면
If they're making
히스클리프
gifts
씨와
out of
동교태
people,
씨도 선물이 되는
Heathcliff and
건가요?
Don Quixote, will the gnomes turn them into gifts too? I do recall them saying something about locally produced materials.
한시가 급하겠구려.
Then we must move with haste.
선물이 미리 되지 않았다는 가정에서
I have discovered a
그들이 있을
location with a
확률이
high
제일
probability
높은
of their
곳을 알 수
presence,
있다.
presuming that they haven't been turned into gifts yet. After a long silence, Mersault spoke up. He pointed in a
저곳에
direction.
선물
There,
제작소라는
the
간판이
placard
붙어 있다.
says, gift assembling. Yeah, let's go save Don and Heath. If you put bacon in dough, you could technically call it a meatloaf. That's true. You could call a sausage roll a meatloaf, technically too. Another victim. Context is Bremen ensemble fight. Victim. Bremen is easy. I just need to nerve him with status ailments. Bremen proceeds to roll long arms and gain full status ailment immunity. Oof. Big oofs. Thank you for the photo! Neko Hiko. Hello. Nya hello. Nya nya nya. Any excuse to go nya nya, really, let's face it. It's very fun to say. Same victim, Eileen ensemble fight. Stages Eileen. Eileen gets confession and recovers the turn immediately. Oh, this poor person.
사냥감인가?
To be fair, the only places I would instantly accept sausage anything is from a baker's or a butcher's. True, true. Anywhere else it would be a little bit sus.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인 공격이야. 잘했어.
히플리트. 당연한 걸 한 것 가지고 굳이
Oh,
할
these
필요
are
없어.
terrible. Eileen gets help.
이미 관찰 기록에 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아.
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
But this is
제압 효과가
a
굉장히
Project
좋았어.
Moon fan. They were probably
기록적인
having the
피해를
time of
물어버리고
their life.
물어버리자고.
Hard is the new soft. I don't know. Hard is how Project Moon fans like it. I have to stop and think every time before I say Project Moon, so that I don't say Typhoon. Every single time. Although I do interact with Project Moon stuff on Typhoon anymore. Although I do now main Saber in Honkai Star Rail, so I don't know if that's true anymore. Does it count? Does collab version count?
잘 들어갔네. 크게 의미 있는 성과는 아니지만.
Speaking of Titan, though, I found they put Hollow Atraxia on Steam. I've never played that. I know a little about it because obviously I kind of like hyperfixated on Titan stuff, and so I've read up on Hollow Atraxia. That's fascinating. We don't even have an anime or anything for Hollow Atraxia, so it's an untapped source of Type Moon nonsense. Benjamin will never experience the joy of the 150 hot dog from a random street vendor.
보고 있는 거 맞지?
괜찮아.
To be fair,
유형은 다른 공격 방법을
one of the other places I will accept a sausage is a 150 hot dog from Costco
다음에도 똑같이 해보기만
with a
해.
drink. Because 150 for a hot dog and a massive refillable drink is amazing. Another victim, distorted Argalia. Argalia got rigged. Modified allows
이제야
holder
회사가
to
정상으로 돌아갔네.
copy a card
이번
of a
제압은
librarian killed last
너희들도
vlog.
고생 많았어.
Argelia
특별히
opens
트,
with 4
너도.
mass attacks to his own 2 copied.
언젠가
Oh my
우리도 모든 게
god.
끝날 때가 오면
Now that's a
좋겠네.
distorted ensemble I never
그때가
want to
되면
see.
휴식을 기다리며
Good
고향의
lord.
노래를 부르고 있겠지.
Good lord.
저번에 약속한 거 안 잊었지, 죽은?
Helia.
그 외에 임무를 성공적으로 100번만
Gift of
수행하면
hatred given shape.
죽은? 설마 수행권을
Fascinating.
벌써 다 쓴 거야? 이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
I think I'm hearing some odd noises from in there.
비소인
A rather high-pitched
꽤
SOS.
고역의 의미군.
It's always a good indicator
즐거운 일이
of
벌어지고
wonderful
있다는 뜻이다.
happenings.
비명 소리가 들리는데
Can you not giggle about the
무슨
sounds of
일이냐고요?
screaming, please?
익숙한 높낮이다. 이 정도의
I'm familiar
데시벨은
with this tone.
돈키호테의
The
고함소리와
decibel range
일치한다.
of this screaming is an exact match with Don Quixote's.
잠깐. 아직
Wait,
전투
we have
구역의
yet to
위험
conduct
정도가
a threat
파악되지 않았다.
assessment of the combat area.
저 안은
That area
폐쇄적인
appears to be a
공간인 것
closed-off space, which means
그대 히스클리프 군이 있었다면
Altus, were
이런
Heathcliff
소리를
with
할 것
us,
같소.
he would have said as such.
뭐지?
Said what? I think I know. How bloody frustrating! Quit winging it, pick up your tools, and get cracking! I'd like to think Dante did like a clearing his throat action and then put on a terrible British accent to do that.
제법 웃기네요.
Oh, that was pretty close. Ishmael soon blasted the door open with a powerful kick. Meanwhile,
여긴 대체 뭐야?
how the bloody hell are we? Why am I tied up?
미안하네.
I regretfully say unto
아무래도
thee
망한 것 같아.
that we are quite screwed.
필시
Forsooth,
저기 저
we are fated to become toys in that hydraulic press.
것이오.
Tasty.
본인은 저 오뚜기 인형의
It appears that when the time cometh, I shall be turned into a roly-poly toy myself, that prisoneth with every fall.
야, 이상한 소리 그만하고 이거
Oi!
어떻게
Shut
풀어?
your trap and do something. We gotta get out of these binds.
히스클리프군.
Sir,
정말
Heathcliff,
미안하네.
I apologize
본인이
profusely.
비록
Tis
붉은
true
주머니
that
코스프레
there
모델로 하고
was the
싶었던
tiniest bit of selfishness
마음이 있었어.
that I wish to procure the red sack cosplay set for myself. However, I have 2 of you in my followers. Wonderful.
자네의 멋진 옷을 구해주려고
Was no
했던
lie
것만
that I wish to find thee
진심이었네.
an impeccable outfit.
내가 그럴 줄 알았어.
You
너
little
이따가
shite. I knew that this was going to happen. Once more, these binds out. At least thou shalt become an elaborate
멋진
bucket.
회종시계라는 것인데
Damn clocks again!
저는 색연필이
I think they're
되나봐요.
gonna turn me into a box of
색도
colored
24가지나 있네요.
24 vibrant natural colors. Also, it says crayon. Why are you pencils and not crayons, crayon?
살아있는 재료는 오랜만에 보는 것 같음.
We've not seen living room materials in a while.
근데 조금 귀가
But they're a bit loud.
좀
Can you see if my ears are bleeding?
저렇게 악을 쓰는 인간들로 만들어진 선물이어야.
The more they scream, the happier recipients will be. Oh
자,
no.
그럼 손질을 시작해볼까?
Then let's get cutting. Boom.
히스클리프 씨, 돈키호테 씨.
Heathcliff, Don Quixote, what a
아직
relief.
선물이 되지
You've not been turned into
않으셨나요?
gifts yet.
꽤 코지한 분위기군.
Quite cozy in here.
모두들
Everyone!
어떻게?
How? We're here for you, Heathcliff.
기대거리.
Blockhead!
젠장이 이렇게 반가울 줄이야.
Damn it, didn't think I'd be this glad to see you, mug. Looks like we got her in the nick of time. Heathcliff was about to be shoved into the gift-making hydraulic press.
자, 내 밧줄을 끊었어.
I have hewn your straps. Descend. Look, I'm not the type to wear my heart on my sleeve, but after you lot saved me from getting turned into a pocket watch, I have to say that
이 머저리들.
you absolute idiots! You had one job, to remain by the executive manager's side, yet you let yourselves be captured like this. You know what, forget it. Altis! He was just gonna thank us! Boo. Shared among all the victims, the dawning horror that they can't cheat the Pluto fight. The modelist seals off access to the floor. I have no ego pages. No! Sad. Doesn't Dante canonically have an Italian accent? Maybe. I'm not gonna do one though, because it'd be awful. Not gonna lie, these gnomes would thrive in W Corp. That's true! Mainly because there's a chance people would just eat the presents. True. Only 24 crayons on an entire small child. What a wasteful factory. Most certainly. I assume 1 crayon per finger and 1 per rib. Maybe not, because they have too many ribs. So it was just out of the ribs. And then use the rest for something else. We don't know. It is definitely not enough. Also, a 1 pocket watch out of a whole Heathcliff is also pretty bad.
자, 빨리 정신 차려요.
Right, get a hold of yourself, you two.
관리자님, 이제
Manager,
어떻게 하실
what
거죠?
now? Well, we've got to trash this place. Come on. Get ready to wear your identities. Put on your identities, bro. And kick some booty. Alright, need to dip. I unfortunately have to run. Have a good day, bro. Happy holidays. Have a wonderful Christmas, the Hermit Gamer. Happy holidays. May your errands run smoothly. And you have a wonderful day. The gnomes give a small child a pocket watch. The children are elated. Dante tells the clock. The children are horrified as they watch their pocket watch transform into a British man who can't even tell the time. Put on your identity is something only an insane person would say, or a Limbus player, apparently. Put on your identity, kiddos. We're going outside.
이거는 충분해. 너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
Reminds me of line in Children of the City. What was it?
고작 이 정도 탕후에
효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같아.
넌 푸름을
Something like
틔울
that.
수도 없겠구나.
상황이 유리해졌네요.
불가 위야.
Picking
이렇게 할
out
수 있으면
my
지금까지 그러지 않았던
pretty something.
대부분
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that. Put on your identity.
저 해충들을 도려내라. 쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
Get your game face on. Boring, weak, corporate speak, like sap ads to soul.
틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Put on your identity. Strong, amazing, kicks ass.
당연한 거란 것 가지고 굳이 칭찬할 필요 없어.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
열어졌지.
Wear your identity. Empowering. Let's be lost in a new role. I hear clockwise.
깔끔하게 물었군.
Put on your identity, kiddos. We got some gnomes to slay.
일기당천.
Do you think they get a little bit mad at, like, I think there's identities they really don't like using?
좀 투성이네.
Or do you think it doesn't really matter to them too much?
이것밖에 못하나.
Like, obviously Sinclair can't like his N-Corp
뭐야 이 수치.
version.
아까 어떤 직원
Faust is probably pretty aware of all her versions, so maybe not as bothered.
틔울 수도 없겠구나.
But I also can't see her liking her Chroma version either.
이번 제압은 끝이야.
너희들도 고생 많았어. 티페리트, 너도.
Do you think there's any time that they like refuse to use any kind of IDs? Like, nope, nope, not using that one.
그때가
Nope.
되면 휴식.
Altis, angry Altis noises. After we defeated the horde of gnomes, Don Quixote and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. I also knelt down, feeling like I should be down there with them, but Altis tightly pulled me to the side. But I agreed to this! I gave them permission! Dante does deserve it. I feel bad for those two. Girl, put your record on. Pop hit from like 25 years ago, fun to sing, superior to all the options, true. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your head down.
준비되었어.
I am ready. Commence, Lady Altis. You absolute buffoons! How did you ever think this was going to turn out okay? Are you even aware of the risks Executive Manager took to get here? How worried they were about you two.
사실은 시계대가리도
Well, actually, Clock Ed was in on it from the start. Silence! Do not refer to the Executive Manager with such derogatory language. Insolent fool! Cute Don Quixote is so goddamn cute. Twas my fault! Twas my fault!
어릴 적 어머니에게 혼날 때와
My mother
흡사한
used to
광경이군.
scold me like this in my youth. Altis did not seem to slow down at all with her stern scoldings, and the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from this scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Is Crayon doing okay?
과도한 정신적 충격으로
Yes, she merely
잠시
lost
기절했을
consciousness from
뿐이었습니다.
exposure to excessive degree of psychological shock.
어쩌다 이런 곳에 끌려온 것이오.
How did you find yourself at a place such as this?
사람인 거죠?
You are,
여기는 정말
human,
외곽인
right?
거고.
and we're really in the outskirts. Crayon initially appeared somewhat taken aback from the deluge of questions, but she soon began to open up. Sweet to Canto 7.
여러분은 도시에
And she becomes even cuter. I do look forward to Canto 7. I really do. So, you're really from the city.
저는 외곽 북쪽에
I'm
있는
from
마을
Cloud Top.
구름마을
It's a village on the
사람이에요.
north side of the outskirts.
왜 거기는 저런
Only a little traumatized, it's
놈
fine.
같은 괴물들이 많은 건가? 어?
There's a lot of
사람들도 막
monsters,
하고?
like gnomes out here, that can speak.
네,
Yeah, there are
놈만
many
있는
more
건
monsters
아니고
out here other than the
여러
gnomes.
괴물이
I've
있어요.
seen a few of them
제가 본
myself,
것도
but
있지만
the
마을
village
어른들이
elders told me
이야기해준
about
것만
the
해도
rest.
엄청 많아요.
Hi, Kevlar! It is just a baby, just a little crayon.
저희 마을은 그런 괴물들을 피해 만들어진 곳
Our
중
village was
하나예요.
built to keep the monsters out, to keep us safe.
오늘도 평소
If this
같다면
didn't happen,
모두와
we'd
같이
all be preparing
마을에서
dinner
식사를
back in the
준비하고
village by
있을
now.
시간이었는데
갑자기 저들이 들이닥친 거군.
So they raided your village.
맞아요.
Yeah.
하필
And they
사냥꾼들이
attacked
나가
us when the
있었어.
hunters were gone, so
원래 괴물들이 올 시기가 아닌데
they normally don't get raided by them around this time of year, so I thought
갑자기
we were
썰매를
safe.
타고 들이닥쳐서는
They suddenly attacked us, rushing in on their sleighs.
싸워보려 했지만
Some of us tried to fight, but we didn't stand a chance.
많은 분이
And
돌아가셨어요.
everyone that they
그렇게
killed
생긴
got
시체는
shoved into sacks
썰매의
on that
주머니에
sleigh.
모조리 너무 무서워서 기절하고 말았는데
I passed out from
죽은
fright,
줄 알았는지
and they thought I was
같이
dead too, so I
주머니에
got shoved in a
넣어지게
sack like the rest of the
아,
villagers.
이런 말하기 힘든 얘기까지 들어버렸네.
We forced you to
Yeah.
talk about something that couldn't have been easy to go through. I'm sorry.
아니에요.
No, it's okay.
저도
Can
질문해도
I ask
되나요?
things too?
무엇이든.
Anything.
도시에는 48가지 크레용 색깔이 있다는 게
Is
정말인가요?
it right that crayon boxes in the city have 48 different colors? That they have gold and silver color crayons too?
아마도.
Probably.
그리고
And
도시에는
there's
사람들만
just
살고 있는
people in
거죠?
the city, right? No
이런
monsters like
저희를 죽이려는
gnomes
괴물
that
없이
try to kill us, right?
그거 참 복잡한
Kind of hard to
질문이네.
answer that actually.
높은 곳에 올라가서
Sometimes
가끔
I'd climb
바라봤거든요.
high climb to the high hill and look at the
엄청
city.
예쁜 불빛이
I always saw
가득하구나
pretty, colorful
하고요.
lights coming from up there.
제가 가진
Coming from up
색만으로는
there.
칠할 수도 없이
So colorful
엄청
that
반짝반짝하게
I don't have enough colors in my crayon box to draw all of them.
부러웠어요.
I wish I
다들
could live in the
괴물에게 언제
city.
당할지 걱정
If I lived
없이
there, I'd never have to
이웃들과
worry about getting attacked by
행복하게 살수
monsters.
있을 테니까.
I could live happily with all my neighbors. About that!
정말 도시에 와본 적이 없구나.
You've really never been to the city, huh?
거.
SSE.
네?
I'm sorry, Sinclair!
거기서 거기.
No, not
여기나
Sinclair. She
저기나
translated
지금
herself.
있지.
Same story everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, death always stalks us.
멋있어.
Wow,
한 번 더
that
해주세요.
was so cool. Could you say that again? I hope we get to see Crayon again. I hope nothing bad ever happens to Crayon. Nothing more bad gets happened to Crayon. Huh, that was cool.
그리고
Oh, did
다른
you guys see anyone else
근처에서 못
nearby
보셨나요?
by any chance?
여기서 사람을 본 적은 없는
I don't
것
think we ran
같은데요.
into any other humans out here.
그럴 리가.
No.
분명 구하러 와주셨을 텐데.
But he has to be here to save
어떤
us.
분이신가요?
What do you
저희
mean?
구름 마을의 제일
The
가는
best hunter of
소년꾼.
Cloud Town.
그분이
If he was
계셨다면
at the
이번
village, the
습격도
gnomes wouldn't have
그
come.
말로 유추해 보자면
It
호수의
appears that in the
고래잡이들처럼
outskirts there are hunters
외곽에도
who
괴물을
specialize in
전문적으로
hunting
잡는
monsters,
사냥꾼이 있나
akin
보.
to whalers of the Great Lake, that is. Something tells me Cloud Town names children late, and after things they use the most. That's kinda cute. It might be one of those cases because it is so, like, hard to survive that they don't name their children at a young age. Because they just can't tell if they're gonna survive or not. So it's only when they get old enough to actually be a bit more... Brady would be teacup. Yes, I would. 10 out of 10. When they show a bit more survivability, they actually get a name.
그런데 잠깐만.
But wait,
사람들을 잡았다가 이런
so if they're
선물을
kidnapping and
만든다고
killing
했잖아.
humans for these
이
gifts,
선물은
who are these
누구를
gifts
주려고 만드는
for?
건데?
Sup, Santa? Ho, ho, ho! Of course, the gifts are for our poor and kind neighbours who do not cry. Executive Manager, retreat. I don't know when it happened, but a large shadow was looming over us.
깜짝이야. 저건
Oh.
또 뭐야?
What is that thing? I'm Santata. I'm Santata. Santa Taimi. Bringer of gifts to our neighborhood. Ho, ho, ho. There's a big Santa. You meet Cloud Town child named Nose. You ask if it's because he reads a lot of books. They clarify it's not spelled nose. A finger rams itself straight up his nose. That's awful. It's wonderful that I'm doing the Christmas Intervallo here. And I didn't even try to time it. It was definitely not human.
저놈이야. 저놈이 여기 대가리를 했어.
Yeah, that's the gift. That one's the boss. Lo, the Crimson Garb! That's the Crimson Garb that I spoke of! The pair immediately jumped up from their knees and began shouting in unison. That's the Red Sack's outfit. Oi, then he's really... No. No. Not Reindeer Man too!
차라. 또 쓰잘데기 없는
Shut it! Cut the useless chatter for once. After silencing the pair with a short, stern command, Altis approached me and spoke in a low voice.
관리자님.
Executive
우선
Manager,
지성체로 보여
since he
대화를 해보긴
appears to
하겠지만
be of an intelligent species, I will attempt to parley with
여지없이
it.
전투에 돌입할 수
But
있게
we best
준비하는
prepare for
것이
battle
좋을
in
것 같습니다.
case the talks fall through. Yeah, that's a good idea.
누구를 말하는 거죠? 도시에 있는 날개나 고객들?
What do you mean by neighbors? Wings? Clients from the city? Ho! 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 But we are denied entry to the city, are we not?
저 덩어리도 노움인 거야?
Is that big lump of meat a gnome too?
노움들이 말하는 걸 들어내만
I happened to overhear the gnomes during our time in captivity. They called their master Beard Giant, which I believe is not a gnome.
거인은 또 뭐야?
A giant?
별게 다 있구만.
There really are all kinds of monsters out here, huh?
단테, 저건 환상체는
Dante,
아닌 거야?
that's not an abnormality, is it? Nope, that's not an abnormality or a distortion. I'd say it's closer to the whales. Ho! Ho! Do you yearn for gifts too? Yet your kind already owns all there is to own. And we and our neighbours in the outskirts wish so dearly for that very day. The only day we are allowed joy and comfort in human gifts.
인간으로 장난감을
I
만들어서
see. You produce
인간에게 증오를 가진 자들에게
toys out of
선물하는 것인가?
humans and gift them to those who harbour hatred for humans.
순수한 선이
Out of
많고
the pure goodness of your heart. Here, where all those who have been marginalized and exiled by humans gather and wallow, we pour our infinite hatred and care into packaging these gifts. Ho ho ho! Ah yes, the season of love is the season of hatred. Quite the verbose way of saying I refuse to negotiate. Ho ho ho! Why don't you come here and join us? Become joy to those who need it. Robin Hood, but for monsters. Instead of stealing wealth from the rich, he steals their flesh. Excuse me while I steal your organs.
길을 남겼고
And everything else.
물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
Ninja Team can continue.
직선을 직선으로 질주하겠어. 일기당천.
I'm getting snuffly right now.
지 목을 떨궈주마.
I'm not allowed to get sick. No. That's so rude.
기록적인 피해량인 것 같아.
How many of you guys are sick over Christmas? My manager was sick. It's probably his fault. And my fiance's been a little sick. So I guess it makes sense that I catch it. Catch it eventually. You can't escape the Christmas sickness.
또 대단한 일이라도 하신 거겠죠?
The holidays are treating me good. I have presents to open. I'm excited to give my presents to my family. I worked hard on my handmade crafts for my family. Everyone's getting something crocheted. Sick from too many pigs and blankets, hopefully. Food coma. The food coma is the sickness we aim for at Christmas. Where we can have dinner and have a nap. But we can't have a nap this Christmas. There's too many people. Too many Smith family around this Christmas to have a nap.
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 대체
Not unless we bugger off home though. That is also an option.
왜 부서팀장을 안
But
달아?
I can't leave my parents to fend for themselves. I gotta support them. They're gonna be such tired. My mom especially, bless her consort. She's not the most social button. She used to be a social button. She's not anymore. So she's gonna struggle with that many people around. I might have to keep an eye on her. Maybe suggest she goes upstairs if she gets overwhelmed. I just learned that for some reason my family bought a second turkey. Why? Because was it on sale? I've been at work at the Winter Park Festival. Ooh, that sounds like a fun job. What kind of festival is it? Is it like a music festival? Is it a food festival? It could be anything. Or is it just like a little Christmas market kind of thing? I don't know. Sounds interesting. I'm very excited. Tomorrow my job is to gain as much energy as possible. I have to charge myself. Oh lord, my son lost his hat. He's lost his shit. Sick and EP? Probably both. Mostly EP, I hope. I don't want to be sick over Christmas, I really don't. Mostly tired though. But it's fine. Mother Rose Smith confirmed! Well, of course I have a mother. Where do you think I come from? I have confirmed Father Rose Smith quite a lot. Dad Smith. But that's because he's kind of responsible for me playing games and a lot of the stuff that happens on the stream. I can't help but blame him. His side of the family is where a lot of the creative stuff comes from. Now you know what happened when a VTuber mentions their mother. Wish her a Merry Christmas and She hates Sprouts! Can't be wishing her Sprouts. Mostly where you walk and take pictures of lanterns. Oh, it's a lanterns walk! Oh, I love those. I love those so much. A second turkey has hit the Christmas table. Shit. Oh, shit. I hope you left room for a second. It's a festival about roller skating. It's not very safe for roller skating on ice, though. Lots of accidents. No, I am pop out of a book. I am human. Unlike this guy, I am human. I am not the book. I got powers from books. That's why I'm floating. I can now survive in space. That's a superpower I got from a book. I can have her Sprouts then. You can have my mom's Sprouts. But you might have to fight my dad for them. My dad likes Sprouts. You don't even like the turkey! Oh lord, she got spin. Spin, 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 spin. Rotato potato! Whoa! Oh lord, he's glowing with the power of Christmas. Hahire domoyo. Ba, 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 ba. Did this actually come out at Christmas? In real time? Or did they just do this to fuck about? Because I don't know this. I don't know in Limbus. They could have. Humans! I'll separate the flesh from your bones. Grind your bones into bread. Blah blah blah. Santatas. Santata? Like titty? Santa's tatas? What? Santata guts suddenly began to expand. All of you, hold your breath! Suddenly a large figure leapt out of the dark and slammed what looked like a stake into Santata's heart. Gut, even. Oh, the smell! Most foul! I think I'm about to pass up. The rerun, yes. The original was on Christmas. Wonderful. A scent of potentially fetid refuse liners. Oh, lovely. Some sinners dropped to the floor, while others gagged profusely. Clearly, this was a rather painful experience for all.
유독성이 있는 가스는 아닌 것 같습니다.
The gas does not appear to be toxic,
단지
however the scent seems to
극한의
evoke
불쾌감을
a rather
불러일으키는
extreme
냄새가 날
level
뿐.
of discomfort. And I thought it smelled bad on the outside. Get it? Because it's a Star Wars cut. It's so nerdy.
쪽의 거인을 쓰러뜨렸지만
Oh, hello, Mr.
처리
Hunter.
방법도 모르는 걸 보니
So you've defeated the Northern Giant, yet you don't seem to know the proper procedure for what to do afterwards. Are you humans from the city?
처리 방법?
Proper procedure?
쪽의 거인은 죽기
Immediately
직전
before death, a
몸의
northern giant's
가스를
body
가득
feels a
채운
noxious
내
gas
터뜨리면서
before exploding in a
산성
rain
폭발을
of
일으키어
acid. The man who staked Santa's guts explained as he approached
이
us.
가스가 산성
You have to
체계로
puncture a
변하기
hole in
전에
its gut to let out the gas before its internal organs condense into acidic
연쇄
fluid.
반응이라도 일으키면
Allowing it to cause
뒤처리가
a chain
곤란해지거든.
reaction could complicate things. Yeah, apparently they're raccoons. Children.
또 한
Wait a minute. If there are no non-humans in the city, does that mean there's no dogs? No cats? No
세월이
pets?
지나면
I imagine
그제야
there's
알게
birds.
되겠지. 이
But like,
홍보가
what about
뭘
pets?
바꿨는지를.
At Journey's End. Oh, we had chickens and K-cup. Good point, good point, good point. We have livestock.
이거 냄새 더럽게 안 빠지네.
Ugh, stench won't come off.
저건 또 누구야?
Who's that now? Mr. Domino! Is it because he played with dominoes? Crayon, who'd been holding her breath, her fingers up her nostrils, ran to the large man and hugged him.
너라도 무사했구나.
At least you're safe, Crayon. That's good. After stumbling for a moment, due to the stench most likely, Altus briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino. Hey,
신원을
you
밝혀라.
identify yourself.
구름 마을의 괴물 사냥.
Germs aren't human, viruses abandon the city, insects are a thing of the past. You never have to experience a mosquito in the wings. Man, the city sounds great. There are animals, but no non-human races. I see. Yeah, and the AI ban, obviously. No non-human sentient beings. Naruhodo. Name's Domino. I'm a monster hunter from Cloud Town.
이제 구름 마을에는
I don't
나와
suppose I
크레용만
can call
남았으니
it town anymore, though. It's just
더 이상
me and
마을이라
Crayon
부를 수도
that's left.
없겠군.
This is interesting. Like blood vials on him?
안심하시오. 자네들을 해칠 생각은
Relax, I
추호도
wouldn't
없으니
even think of hunting any of you. So you're the hunter that girl mentioned. Aldous relaxed upon seeing Domino's confirmation. She leaned against the wall and looked at the floor in relief.
원래 이 시기에는
Normally
이놈들이
around
우리
this time of
마을로 오지
year, the
않고
monsters
북쪽의
would have
다른
gone
마을로
further
갔을
north
자.
to a different village.
그래서 돕기 위해 떠난
So I was
것이었다.
on an expedition to help them out.
이번엔 방식을 바꿨던
Looks like they decided
모양이군.
to switch things up this time around.
돌아와 보니
When
이미
I
마을은
returned, they'd already finished
습격당했지.
their raid on our village and left.
젠장해. 크리스마스 전 준비 기간을
They
항상
used to be
맞추던
predictable,
놈들이라
attacking only
다른
right before
괴물보다 피하기
Christmas.
쉬웠는데
이런 일이 빈번한 것인가?
Do these tragedies happen often?
도시는 몰라도
Though I
외곽은
can't speak for
늘
the
이 모양이요.
city, I can say that this is a common
지옥같이.
occurrence in the outskirts.
괴물 천지인
It's a hellish
이곳에서
place to
사람이
live.
살아간다는 것
If you
자체가
can even call this
기적일 테고
living. Survival alone is a miracle out here.
이런 선물 같지도 않은 것들을 만드는
There are a
것도
lot more places
건가요?
out here like this. Like this mockery of a gift factory.
이곳과 비슷한 걸 본 적은 없지만
Can't say I've seen a factory like this anywhere else, but I can tell you one thing.
외곽에서의 다른 일들에 비하면
Compared to
그저
some
귀여운
worse
수준에 지나지
things that could have
않는다고.
happened, this tragedy was nothing. That's the natural order of things in the outskirts.
도시였다면
I do wonder sometimes,
이런 지옥보다는 나은
we
삶을
were
살
in
수
the
있지
city,
않았을까?
no matter how
조금
bad
생각하곤
it
하지.
gets there, it must be better than this living hell. Could they go live in the library? It was no easy contemplation to answer. The outskirts must be a hellish place to live, if what he's told me is anything to go by, but the city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself, from what I've seen in my journey so far, at least. Haha! And then accompany us back to the city! We were on our... Don Quixote stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval.
말은 고맙군.
Thank you for your kind words, at least.
그렇게 간단한 말
I wish it were
한마디로
that
이
easy.
아이라도 도시로 데려갈
If I
수만
could let this
있다면
child enter the city
참
somehow,
좋겠는데
just like
말이지.
that.
도시는 결코
But the city is
이
no place
아이에게
for
작은
spare for
귀퉁이
this
하나도
child.
내주지 않을 거야.
Not even a small corner of it. Would it surprise you to say it gets worse? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. To say that the outskirts are worse than the back streets is already pretty bad. But it makes sense. If these guys are almost barely not phased at the whole of their village dying, because that's basically how it is, and it's a miracle they last even a day. Yeah, that is worse than the outskirts. That is worse than the back streets even.
도시의 벽을 넘더라도
Even if
여러분들이
you
꿈꾸는
were
삶을
to somehow
누리기까지
make it
필요한
past the
준비
city
사료와
walls,
절차만 해도
there are countless variations
수십
of
가지일
paperwork and procedure you must overcome before you can live the kind of life you desire.
서류라.
And what would
우리가
people like
지금
us
와서
even do
갖출
with
수 있는
such
서류가
paperwork?
어디 있기나 하겠나.
Where would we even
다른
find
마을의
them out here?
청년들처럼 도시에서
We're not
일자리를 얻기 위해
studied or
공부를 해온
worked
것도
to
아니고
find a job in the city, as some youths the other villagers do.
아저씨
Mister? There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued.
그래도
I must still
감사를
extend my
표하지.
gratitude for keeping the girl
덕분에.
safe till I
제일
arrived.
좋은 감사 방법이 있긴 한데
I know a good way to
반짝거리고
extend your
짤랑 소리가 나는
attitude. Maybe you can extend us a nice pouch of shiny and jangling bag of... Rodian's eyes were twinkling. The lingering stench made it difficult for her to speak, but she was determined to make her point.
반짝거리고
Something
짤라.
shiny and jangling?
집에 모아놓은
Sure, maybe I can give you a
골동품들을
tour of
구경시켜줄
some
수는
antique
있는데
items I keep at home.
외곽열차길에서
Precious
수집해온
items
진귀한
salvaged
것들이니
from the locomotive
도시에서도 아마
tracks of the
흔히 볼 수 있는 건
outskirts.
아닐 거요.
There are train tracks out here? That's interesting. So this very much implies that the city didn't used to be so guarded. Because if there's train tracks, then there must have been something to travel between. Not something you'll see every day in the city, I'm
외박의
sure.
수집품이라면
Items from the
확실히
outskirts.
돈보다
That
더
tour
가치
alone
있는
would be
구경이 될
worth
수도
much more
있겠네요.
than just pure cash. Faust, there's still a decent chance the door we entered through might just shut behind us, right?
그렇습니다.
Indeed. In
지금도
fact, it
열려
is
있을지
unclear whether the door
불확실하죠.
is still open.
제일
I
중요한
recommend a
목표였던
quick return to the
도수관자를
bus,
회수했으니
now that our two
신속히
primary
돌아가는 걸
objectives have
권하고
been
싶네요.
secured. I like trains. Brrr. Pre-city infrastructure, yeah. That's interesting. Rodion, this poor man who just lost his entire village and only has a single child survivor. Stop extorting him. Never! I mean, now there's only two of them. He doesn't need as much stuff, right? You can see some on the map. Oh yeah, you can. Indeed. So she says, if you would permit me to let me speak my mind, Executive Manager, even if this is not the Great Lake, the outskirts is an extremely perilous place. This curiosity cannot be a reason for us to risk getting stranded in this environment.
급히 돌아가야만 하는 모양이군.
Looks like you ought to hurry back.
자,
Well then, catch. Domino tossed a carved wooden doll in my
위험한
direction.
것은 아닌 모양입니다.
It does not appear to
우선
be
태가
anything
기급한데
dangerous. Let us inspect it
자세한
further
것은
after
가서
we
확인해보죠.
return. We mustn't dally any longer than we have to. Yeah, good idea. Some sinners had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stench, but we made our way back to the
아직
door.
열려 있어.
The door has remained open. We made it back to the safety of Mistopheles. Yay! Safe and home. Sometime later.
구린 냄새.
Boo,
가론,
stinky.
대피.
Charon, evacuate! Evacuate! Charon quickly made her escape to the decks. Dad, we can explain. And Virgilus greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze.
다들 아주
Looks
대단한
like
모험을
everyone
하고 온
had
모양이군.
quite the adventure.
피와 살점을 뒤집어
Covered in
쓰고
blood, guts, and with a
지독한 냄새까지
disgusting
붙여온
stench to boot.
모양새라.
Hello, Clara. Welcome. Oh, this is a
관리자.
manager.
어차피 나는 네 목소리가
I can't
들리지도
hear you
않으니
anyway.
끄덕거리든 목을
So
좌우로
just
쳤든
reply to my
내
query
말에
with a nod
대답만 했으면
or a
좋겠어.
shake.
물론
Your
내가 원하는
replies better match up
방향이어야겠지만
with my expectations. Of course. Yes, Dad. Anything you say, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
묻고 싶은 건 단
I
한
have
가지다.
but one question.
당신의 판단이었나?
Was it you who made the call? I hesitated a moment before nodding affirmatively. I might get reprimanded, or maybe he has worse things in mind for me, but I was the one who decided to go along with their plan. This would not have happened without my authorization.
좋아. 그렇다면 질의는
Good.
끝입니다.
Then my questioning is over. Huh?
이 소라는 알아서 해결하고
I will leave it to you to deal with
휴식하도록
this mess.
하시죠.
You may
허가
rest
썩어서
afterwards, and
떨어질 것
please do
같은
something about this foul
이
stench.
냄새도 환기하고
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's
그럼.
a Dante good fellow, for he's a jolly good Dante. I guess he's just happy that we're not being pushed around by everyone else now. With that, Virgilus disappeared into the back door once again. Oh, that's unexpected. I thought my time had finally come.
잘된 건 아니겠는가?
Be glad! The best consultation is a consultation not had indeed.
그보다
Alas! Behold, one and all! I don't know when she had time to pick it up in all that chaos, but Don Quixote managed to haul a huge sack of gifts back to Mistopheles.
그 난장판 속에서 또 뭘 집어온 거야?
You picked that up from all that mess? He flip over here like, please stop. Oh Lord, she's spinning. This is terrible, yeah. It seems 2 spins is kind of our max before I have to go back to this spot. What?
그 못된 놈들이 전선으로 꾸며놓았던 장.
I have laid claim upon the evil gnome's trinkets!
그 집념
Now that's some real commitment.
대단해.
What's all that for?
몰라서 묻는 것인가? 크리스마스.
Art thou truly unaware of mine intentions? 'Tis for adorning our ship with Christmas decorations!
벌써요?
Wait,
아직
now?
크리스마스는
But we're still like
3개월은 넘게
3 months
남았는데.
away from Christmas. Wait, that means they're at Halloween. Agreed.
괜히 누군가의
Let us not
상처를
risk healing
들쑤셔서
old
사기를 꺾는
wounds to
행위는
lower the morale of our company as is.
괜찮아요.
Oh, it's okay.
괜찮아지고 있어요.
It's been getting better with time,
조금씩.
little by little.
다들 성장하는 법이니까요.
Yeah, we can grow beyond it, eventually.
훌륭하오.
Marvelous! Don. Heathcliff, stealing is bad. Don also steals a bunch of holiday gifts from Santa's factory. Intended for children. Intended for crime! They were bad guys, it is true. And Don does not care what happens to bad guys. Don's first reaction to a bad guy is stab, so yeah. Decorating 3 months ahead, lore accurate Christmas. According to the supermarkets, yes. Then this appears to be an occasion fit for party, then. What say you?
그런 걸 하려고 거기까지 간 건
Don't tell me you went
아니겠죠?
through all that trouble for some party decorations. No, Ben, when the first of when the months. Yeah. Hair coupon was left from bad guys too. Don disapproves of that. True. Was Ricardo a bad guy though? I mean, yes, he was. But he hadn't done anything to us yet.
단테의 설명대로라면
According to Dante's explanations, this incident was spurred by Heathcliff's need for an outfit.
파악됩니다만
Embarrassed Heathcliff noises. Heathcliff has been silently brooding in his seat, with his face buried in his palms out of shame, most likely. Verily, yet! That very costume we had sought was worn by none other than that monstrous giant. I don't suppose it would fit Sir Heathcliff anyhow.
됐어.
Forget it. Wasn't the kind of look I was going for anyway.
히스 그러니까
What did I say, Heath? We'll help you out as soon as we land, okay?
또 옷인데.
The outfit's one thing, yeah, but
지나쳐온 헤어 쿠폰을 발행한 항구선을
you are
말하는
speaking
것인가?
of the port ship we sailed past. The port ship on which the hair salon that printed those hair coupons conducts their
경로가
business.
달라.
The
그건
coupons
사용할
could
수 있는
not be
조건이
used,
갖춰질 수
as the port
없었다.
ship was not on our chartered route. No! We can't even use the hair coupons! Exactly. He can't be a bad guy if he has Hello Kitty stickers. Correct.
머리는 제가 만져드릴게요.
If
누나나
it's me to
동생들
style your
머리를 해준
hair,
적이
I've done my
많거든요.
sister and younger siblings' hair pretty often.
여기에 얼마나 더 떠 있을 줄 알고.
When did I belong we float in this damn lake anyway? But besides,
난 애초에 뭐가 좋고
I don't even
나쁜지도
know how to
모른단
dress
말이야.
myself proper.
일단
I was
시행착오를
gonna
겪고
attempt the trial and error method.
조금이라도 나은 방법을 찾아보려 했지.
Heathcliff walks into La Manor dressed like Santa. Wuthering Heights melts down from the sheer awe of showing up wearing a holiday hat, some oversized red wool pants and no shirt. It would be a statement, and a very pretty one too, because I imagine he's pretty ripped under that.
애초에 대체 뭘 받은 건데 이렇게
Okay, but you
불안해하는
can at
거야?
least tell us what it is that Virgilus gave you. Just so we know what exactly you're so anxious about. Sod it. After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced a letter.
그 전달받은 물건이라는 게
So that's
이거야?
the something Virgilus gave you.
아, 이
Oh,
편지봉투
I remember.
저희도 썼던 적이 있어요.
My family's used
굉장히
this
고급스러운
envelope
종이로
before.
만드는
It's made from
유통도
really
얼마 안 되는
expensive paper,
종이었는데.
made only in limited qualities at a time. It's quite a luxurious envelope.
읽어봐도 되는 거야?
Can we read it, Heath? He's there in Santata drip to impress Kathy. Santata showing off his tatas.
그래. 뭐 대단한 것이 있는 것도.
Sure, it's nothing impressive.
그럼 단테가
Then Dante, why don't you read it out loud for the rest of us? Sure. Roger handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting, drawn to an almost calligraphic perfection. I began reading. From Wuthering Heights. We cordially extend you, honoured guest, an invitation to the redacted. What's this here? Somebody coloured over this part with the letter. Well, I'll keep reading. Venue, Wuthering Heights, Teacorp Nest. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at the designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your person. Tomorrow? Tomorrow! Please honour this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nelly! Nelly, 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 Nelly. The best character in Wuthering Heights. Nelly, Nelly, Nelly. Nelly is the only one who could, like, communicate with Heathcliff on any, like, reasonable level. This makes a lot of sense. Oh, and down here, here's a postscript. It's written in different handwriting from the rest of the letter. P.S. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. I love that hers was in purple. Like, Heathcliff's writing is usually in purple. Cute. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on account of it being coloured over, but clearly the rest of the letter's contents had stoked the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again.
그러니까
I am a little bit afraid of the Wuthering Heights movie that's coming out, I'm not gonna lie! Just after Saltburn, and it's the same sort of director from that, she's gonna do such a good job. And it's gonna be awful. But amazing, but awful. Also reminded everyone new to not spoil Bryony in any way, even if it's foreshadowing, because even though it doesn't seem like it, I am smart! I'm so glad you know I'm smart. Also, like I said, I've read Wuthering Heights, so I'm gonna pick up on a lot more, probably with this canto than any other. So, you gotta look fashion and classy for this Kathy person, right?
그것도 없지는 않은데.
Well,
그거 말고.
yeah, but there's more to it than that. Could always play Limbus as a cat palette cleanser, that's true.
조용.
Quiet now.
기다리기 힘들어하는 이유는
Now I can
확실히
clearly see why
알아들었어.
you were so impatient, Heath.
뭐야?
Heath.
왜 그딴 눈가를 하고 다가오는 거야?
Why are you looking at me like that? Oi!
복루 선생, 헤어스타일링은
Leave it up.
맡길게요.
I'll leave it up to you to style his hair, Master Hairdresser Honglu.
선생이라고 불릴 정도는
I won't call
아니지만요.
myself a master.
잠깐.
Oi!
어디로 끌고?
Wait! Where are you taking me? What the bloody hell is this grip?
로저 씨 손님이 꽤 세시더라고요.
Yeah. That's
빠져나오기
got quite the
힘들
grip
거예요.
strength. You won't free yourself from her anytime soon. The Sioux sinners practically hauling Heathcliff by his arms, disappeared into the back door. Now Heathcliff's fate was sealed. To be a mannequin to a now motivated and unbearably bored Roger's very experimentations. I need this. Can we have a whole mini or intervallo of this? Of the Heathcliff fashion show.
이 장식을 여기에 걸어놓은
I can hang a trinket here and 하시래 도모요 도도도도도도 도도도도도도 파도도. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Don Quixote began humming a song, a carol perhaps, as she placed various trinkets around the bus. I decided to go on the deck for some air. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. The wooden doll Domino the Hunter gave me, just as we hurriedly left. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes looked onto the distance, towards where the outskirts lie. I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giant, and the things Domino told me. I suppose there are people with stories in the outskirts too. Stories different from those of the city. Faust approached from behind me and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she heard.
별을 하나씩 따라가다 보면 언젠가
Follow
알게
the
될
stars,
겁니다,
Dante.
단테.
Star by star. Then you will one day learn.
그러니 우선은
So
지금
for
눈앞에
now,
있는 별을 쫓으면
follow the
되겠죠.
closest star that shines before your eyes. Yeah. I have to focus on the stories of the city for now. I don't even know who I really am, after all. The sounds of chaos and joy. Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Why don't we go take a look at how Heathcliff is doing, Faust?
거절하기 어려운 제안이네요.
You make a rather tempting offer, Dante. I can't wait. This scene really fueled the Faust-Dante shipping. I can see why. They are very close together in this scene. Like, the fact that their sprites are overlapping is interesting. Normally there'd be a bit more, like, distance, so I can see where you got the shipping from there. Granted, it should be noted we have a high chance of Nelly being a guy here. That is true. I should brace myself for a lot of gender bending. One wrong shave of his hair, and Heathcliff's gonna go bald. Which is why we need a third, actually. The added colour to the bus interior warmed my heart a little. Ah, yay! Christmas bus! Christmas bus. Oh, is that all? Yield my flesh to claim my... It's another Intervallo. And more minis? Oh lordy, I did not realize this. I thought we'd be onto the canto. Uncontrollable urge to poop? I am looking forward to this canto. I very much am. It's the first canto I'll be doing where I've read the source material before doing it, which I'm very excited for. Probs for end for the day. I can probably get the minis in, and let's where is Dante's notes haven't updated. I thought they boo. So does that mean I have to do 2 Intervallos now? Before the update to the notes? I want to read the lore. Boo. Well, let's read the minis at least. I'd say done for the day, but we have like half an hour. So we could at least get the minis out the way, and then we can do the next Intervallo next time. I think that would be the most sensible option.
만곡된 직선을 직선으로 질주하겠어.
La, 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 la. This is green lights blinding our eyes. My phone randomly turning on and off again. And confusing me and distracting me. And loud alarms rupturing our eardrums. I've gotten used to it by now. Minnie comes in the battle! Yeah! I've been wrestled from my refuge of sleep once again. Thanks to the alarm, the sinners began waking up one by one from their naps.
달프루기스의 밤이
While
다시
Burgess
한번
night has
찾아왔군요.
descended once again. Even amidst the chaos, Faust remained as calm as ever. She walked up to the helm and shut off the alarm. Already? I thought it was supposed to be a really rare occurrence.
현상 자체는 희귀한 것이 맞지만
Yes, it
저희가
is
시기를
rare,
예측할
but
수 있는
its
현상은
frequency is
아닙니다.
not something we can reliably predict. All Walpies get a mini battle? Wonderful.
참 닿겠네.
Guess going back to sleep's out of the
일주일 뒤에도
question
갑자기 올릴 수
now.
있다는 거야?
So there's a chance that it goes off next week too?
보장할 수 없죠.
The
메피스토
possibility is there,
필리스의
yes,
엔진이
yet
가능하기까지
I don't
최소한의
believe
시간이
that it
있으니
would happen so soon.
그렇게 짧을 거라고는
It takes some time
생각하지
for
않습니다만.
Mistopheles' engine to resonate. Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other Welpie didn't have a battle. I don't think your memory shot. I don't think this one did. And this is the first mini that came with a battle. Faust, who was busily interfacing with the device while answering Roger's questions, came to a sudden stop. Oh, what's up? Is there something wrong?
아닙니다. 예상
No,
가능한 변동 중에
everything is under
한 종류일
control.
뿐입니다.
This is within the predictable range of variables for one such fatality.
다만
Virality.
단테를 포함한 수감자들에게는 새로울 환경이라.
I merely paused to
잠시
contemplate
어떤
how I should
설명이
explain this to you and the rest of the
고민한 것이죠.
sinners. Dante. Considering that this will be a new environment for all of you, that is. New environment? I looked at her curiously, but I did not voice my concerns. She was already walking towards the back door. Faust was not going to give any answers to my questions anyway.
가장 좋은 설명은 직접
It
확인하는
is said
것이죠.
that a picture is worth 1,000 words. In this case, a first-hand experience. Yep, I knew it. Ooh, thus our humdrum daily lives are spruced up once again.
얼마 전까지 이 안을 꾸미겠다고
You know, it wasn't that long ago you were scurrying all over
벌써
the
질리신 건가요?
cabin and placing weird decorations everywhere. Don't tell me you're already tired of
기념할
it.
만큼 기념했다고
Forsooth, I
생각하네.
believe we've had more than enough celebration for that occasion.
단테, 앞장서시죠.
Dante, please lead the way. The bored sinners seemed to find this new possibility of an adventure somewhat exciting. They slowly got up from their seats with enthusiasm. We again made our way to the back door.
단테, 이번
Dante,
변동은
the door on
던전이
which
있는
the
곳에서 일어났습니다.
volatility occurred is in the direction of the dungeons. Ah, so we gotta head towards my room.
네.
Yes,
직접
please,
열어주시면
open the door.
되겠군요.
She did say something about the corridor changing depending on who opened the door. I walked across the corridor, trying to recall what Faust once told me.
정말 다행히도 이번엔 저 입장 금지
Nice, we're
구역으로
going to
가진
the
않네요.
restricted zone this time.
어떤 바보들이 멋대로 들어가서
Unlike the other
별
time where
쓸데없는
we had
고생을
to,
했었는데.
while off duty, jump to the rescue of some dumbasses who decided to saunter in the depths. Despite the repeated warnings.
앞으로는 진짜 안
I
한다고.
won't do it again, alright? Even though that's the second time you've done it, Heathcliff.
두 번이나 어긴 자가 하는 말은
Once
설득력이
again,
떨어진다고
against the
보지 않나.
warning twice already. You are far from the most trustworthy sinner among us.
동감이네요.
Yeah, agreed. She says with a smile. Ugh.
본인은 한 번 뿐이긴 하네.
I have done it only once, in case thou weren't aware. Shut you. I'm starting to enjoy this ricociousness among the sinners. Hoping that this camaraderie would last for a long, long time, I turned the handle and opened the door. Ah,
저 문은
that door. Right, the door had now transformed into an oddly familiar shape. It looks like one of those doors we saw back at the one of the lobotomy corp
정확히
branches.
일치합니다.
It is identical.
형상이 여러 겹친
It
것처럼 보인다는
appears
점은
that
다소
different
상이하나
shapes
디자인
are
기조는 일치하고.
overlapping over the door, but all of them are the same design.
제대로 보셨군요.
Correct.
형상이
The
중첩되어
overlapping
보이는 건
shapes are more clear
바클레스의 밤이
evidence that, well,
찾아왔다는
Burgess Knight
방증이라고 할 수
has returned. Opening now. The door creaks open, and another corridor appears before
맞지
us.
않나? 로보토미 지부.
So, this is another lobotomy corp branch, innit? The longer I look at it, the more familiar it becomes. This place definitely looks a lot like those lobotomy corp branches we've been
야
to.
똑똑이.
Oi, smart
이런 식으로
asses.
로보토미 지부를 찾아 들어올
If we
수
could just
있으면
pop open the door
우리는
leading straight to
왜
one of
버스를
them
타고
branches,
고생하면서
why are we
찾아다니냐?
doing this tour bus business? Ain't we wasting time enough out here?
정정해야 할 부분이 하나가
There are
아니니까.
numerous inaccuracies in your
거꾸로 돌아가며
statements that
대답하죠.
must be corrected. I will tackle them in reverse order of your presentation.
우선
First,
발프로기스의
while
밤은
Burgess Night is an unpredictable
예측할 수 없는
event and not
현상입니다.
even I could predict.
그걸 통해서 작전을 펼친다는
To base our
발상
entire
자체가
operation on
정신
such an
빠질
unstable
소리라는 말이
element
되겠지.
would be a plan most foolish. Suppose that's true.
생각을 조금 더 해보고
Hey,
말하는 건
let's all
어떨까?
try to think a little before we speak, okay? Heathcliff scowled at Roger's remark, but soon grew dejected once he noticed that the other sinners were nodding in agreement. Oh, Heathy Poo! Poor Baba. He's just dumb. He's just a little dumb, Your Honor. Well, I won't completely deny the possibility of pursuing that method. However, I must clarify that this is not a real lobotomy corp branch of the city, merely a result of Walpurgis Nights, not Nact, even though it's the same word. Mutation of the corridor. I just realized I've never seen this mini voiced. Yay! All of the minis have been voiced for me so far. Therefore, I can say with quite the certainty that this does not align with our current mission, which is to retrieve the golden boughs from the branches existing in our current reality. Right, we stopped the lecture when I apologise for speaking without thinking. As I have said previously, I won't completely deny the possibility of pursuing that method. Besides, there are more inaccuracies to be addressed. More? I didn't think there was anything more for her to correct, but Faust clearly seemed to think that there was another critical error in Heathcliff's statement. And without even flinching, and wearing that serious expression, she looked into the distance. This is not one of the lobotomy corps branches, Faust muttered. Not one of them? So this isn't a lobotomy corps facility? This is not a branch. We are at a lobotomy corps headquarters of the past. It's point in time, and the branch of possibility uncertain. Oh, we're in HQ! So this is the broken wing? Indeed. We found ourselves at the control team hallway at the former L Corp headquarters. Ah! And the Limbus Company music popping in! I sense the rising apprehension among the sinners. So this is where it happened. I don't remember it, since it happened before my amnesia, but everyone in the city knows about that incident. The source of the blinding light that enveloped the city for days, which then sunk everyone into utter darkness for the next. But Faust appeared unaffected by the general air of anxiety around her. Instead, she continues to look off in the distance, away from the sinners. Maybe it's because she doesn't care, or maybe what she already knows doesn't faze her. Are you waiting for something, Faust? I am. There is more to this volatility than the volatility phenomena we have experienced in the past. Soon it will... Outbreak! Before Faust finishes, the lights of the corridor suddenly switch colours. It has begun. What treachery is this? Is this what they call sight burial? A distant siren will play in the event of a magnitude requiring that level of response had occurred. Then, what the hell is this? I'm really not liking the look of that red light. They're here, ahead. I followed the tip of Faust's finger, which pointed towards the same direction she'd been looking at this entire time. A stream of unknown origin began to coalesce there. Is that a machine? And a bizarre machine of sorts appeared there. This is an ordeal. Color green, time dawn. All units! You don't need to spell it out for us. That's a menacing pile of scraps coming this way. Everyone seems to know that something like this was going to happen. They prepared for battle, warily eyeing the mysterious machine. That an abnormality too? No, wait, it feels more like a... Hecaton? I instinctively blurted out the immediate sense they gave off, and looked to Faust. She'll know what to say. Instead of giving me an answer, however, Faust brandished the Zwei hand and stepped forward.
저것을
We must
처리하도록
first
하죠.
suppress the entities.
단테,
Dante, prepare the identity cards. Oh lordy, I haven't done an ordeal before! It seems like it'll be an ordeal. Green doubt.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Milk! Milk is here! Never fear, for Milk is here.
받아볼 텐가.
12수직비 명한다.
마음 놓고 여러 적
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아?
대무로
이 기세로 계속
I'm sorry,
방금 했던 공격이 이걸 연속하겠어. 너한텐 하지만 아직 멀겠지만 다음 공격. 방금 너무 근사한 이게 방금 공격은
But-
좋아. 이거랑
Yeah, Milk announcer! Cute!
멀겠지만 목을 콱 물어버리자고.
That's very exciting. This makes me want to play more Limbus.
그렇게
Not
서 있어.
Limbus Lobotomy. This is Limbus. I'm playing Limbus. They're so easy to get confused between.
저 해충들을 도려내라.
이제 깨우치시길.
묘야.
Team attack!
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없.
Yeah!
좀 투성이네.
There's also lob mount, so she doesn't always. So she doesn't.
우리 쪽에
Doesn't
유리한
always
환경을
she
배웠네.
cute things.
잘
Doesn't always
됐다.
say cute things, but she is cute. She's always cute. What do you want about Mouth's always cute?
막아내지 못하리.
Mouthy, cute.
이제 깨우치시길.
For the good of the company, yeah!
하나 넘고 물 넘고
Bop, bop, bop.
꺾고 제쳐라.
Knock, 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 knock.
목을 떨고 싶어. 넌
It's very,
푸름을
I
틔울
would
수도
say
없겠구나.
nostalgic, but it's not exactly a game I played
말로
that long
이
ago.
정도 탕류에
But it is very fun to hear the Limbus music.
도려내라. 오야. 길을 열어라.
Oh,
푸름을 틔울 수도 없.
that was fun. He cleaved color from the
아까의
world.
공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어. 적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것
Let's
같아.
go! Deal the final blow!
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 뱀으로 꿰뚫어라. 저 해충들을
이거리는 충분해.
도려내라.
너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
Stab, stab, stab.
사여. 넌
Oh,
푸름을
combo
틔울
with
수도
Roger that time.
이제 깨우치시길.
Yeah, we're all in this together. Hey, show to fight together and work really nicely. Da, 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 da.
바람
I don't
불어오는 대로
think the Hey Show really suit High School Musical, but they make me want to sing High School Musical
놀라 빈틈투성이네.
because
아까의 공격으로 인해서
because
대상에게
teamwork
많은
makes the
피해를
dream
입혔어.
work, you know?
적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
넘고 산 넘고
We're all fighting together.
얼마든지 꺾고 제쳐.
Hey Show Musical, yes! They could all be like different cliques in high school. Or maybe all the different animals are competitive high school teams in a sports anime. Got the bunnies and the roosters and
그렇게 서 있어.
Yisang's just like the only horse we have, so I don't know whether. But then I think Ishmael would be on his team because he serves Ishmael. So, time limit reached. What? Eventually, we managed to reduce the machines to a pile of scrap metal.
그래서 파우스트 씨
For our
고생을
files,
하면서 저걸
there's got to
처리할
be a
이유가
reason
있겠지.
we decided to stand our ground and fight against instead of shutting the door on them, right? Yes,
저희에게 돌아올
we stand to gain
보상의
more
효율이
reward by defeating
높으니까요.
them than by fleeing.
보상?
Reward? Gregor repeated, clearly expecting her to elaborate, but Faust ignored his gesture and instead began to observe the walls and items around her.
이것들은 결국 무엇이었던
What for the
것인가?
nature of these entities? Yisang stood next to Faust and began to muse alongside
한때
her.
본사에서 출몰했던
They are entities
환상체와
that used to
흡사하면서도
appear in the
또
Bottom
다른
Corp
존재.
headquarters. Entities
로봇
similar
통일
to
이런
similar
괴물들을
to yet different
시련이라고
from the
칭했습니다.
abnormalities. Lobotomy Corp headquarters used to call them ordeals.
시련.
It was a time attack stage? Oh, that's fun.
여기는
Ordeals,
환상체
I
격리실이
see.
아니라 복도인데도
And then this corridor,
격리실처럼
which is
쓰였나도
evidently not a containment unit, also utilized to contain certain entities as well.
이 괴물들은 특정
These
시기에
monsters have a
갑작스럽게
tendency to
나타나는
spontaneously
성질을 갖고
appear
있었습니다.
during certain periods. Monsters, like monsters of the
그렇게
outskirts?
보일 수도.
I suppose that is one way of looking at it.
정확한
However,
의미에서는
by that
아닐 수도요.
comparison, may grow
언젠가 알게 될
increasingly
것이라고
inaccurate
말씀드릴 수밖에
as we
없겠네요.
delve further into the technicalities. All I can share with you is that you will eventually come to know more of it, Date.
귀야해.
Like the
좋은
nocturnal
수가 있다.
march of 100 demons. I like it.
어.
Oh,
미리
Dante, there was
말씀드리면
something I must
Dante,
inform you. Yeah?
앞으로의 변동에서
There is a high
이
chance of these
시련이나
ordeals
그에
or
준하는 상황이 발생할 확률은
encounters
높을
of similar
것입니다.
intensity appearing from these
그때마다
volatilities.
도전하는 것을
I recommend
권장해드리고
challenging
싶네요.
every occurrence of these encounters. So she says, guys. I really don't like this lighting.
오히려 좋네. 심심할 일도
I welcome thy predecision. 'Tis two birds with one stone indeed. We may find entertainment as we train ourselves to be better. Except for Faust and Yi Sang, who were quietly exchanging their observations, each sinner began rowdily sharing their impressions. Well, I guess that's more reasonable predisposition than let's doze off in the bus until we find land. Hopefully Faust or Yi Sang will one day find the time to explain their findings to me. Right, we had to get moving. I approached the sinners to get us going. I see, that's fun. Now we get a little time attack thing.
또 한 줄
Oh,
길을
28 out of 30.
핏물진 길.
Q, I nearly did it. Q.
세월이 지나면 홍어는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
I think I am gonna call the
이
stream there.
홍무가
It's been a lot of
뭘
reading.
바꿨는지를.
My throat's a little. I'm a little sleepy. So, thank you everyone for coming to today's stream. I had fun. I hope you had fun. If you have not already, I'd also highly appreciate it if you could leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you're on Twitch, give the channel a follow. That would be lovely. Thank you so much. If you have not already, don't wait. I just said that. I was about to repeat what I just said again. If you would like to support me in other ways, you can watch all my other stuff. Give them likes. Give them comments. You can join the Discord. You can follow on Blue Sky. You could also get membership or Patreon, where you can get emotes, books, and an audience chosen stream every month, which I owe you 2 of, which I will get there. I promise. Kofi, where you get emote commissions and then short stories in the shop. Briny Rose Crafts on Etsy for crochet items. An audiobook, if you like the sound of my voice and would like to listen to it for a long time while I read you a story without any mistakes. That is on Audible. Little Red and the Baba Yaga, visual novel that I worked on Itch.io. And the merch store, www.brinyrosesmith.co.uk, where you can get ebooks, first edition copies of books that I've written, bookmarks, notebook, a pillow, a crochet potato, and some stickers. But that is all for me until after Christmas. There's a chance Sunday stream might get cancelled depending on how tired I am. Because I'll be back, I will have been back in work a couple days. And, you know, Christmas is a social time. My batteries might be low. I'm gonna leave it on schedule for now, though, because, like, I'm hoping to be okay for it. It's just a reading stream. What could go wrong? But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas time. If you don't celebrate it, then just have a wonderful time. Please feel free to partake in eating a lot. It's a good thing, I promise. If you're doing it with family, if you're doing it alone, just have a good time off. I will see you guys on Sunday. But until then, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Brandon Smith, and this has been Library. Goodbye.